I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah, Phoenix, look! Audible gasp. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the motherfucking prosecutor's office yesterday. That's not how you sounded before. Motherfucker, it doesn't matter what I sound like. This is what I really sound like. I got sick of my old voice. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What the hell is going on here? So you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story? Motherfucker, I ain't saying nothing. I'll do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Motherfucker, innocent? How can we know that? I don't like frog people. You're a frog person. The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There is no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any treatment, Phoenix, right? I mean, any special treatment. You will definitely get some type of treatment, but it will not be special. But Phoenix... Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not. I'll be defending myself. Whoa, nobody saw that one coming. Did you just see that? Did you see my frog tongue? I've never exposed it to humans before. Okay, let's do this. Phoenix doesn't care about your frog tongue. September 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. I can see that. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. I notice your voice has changed drastically, but please begin your opening statement. Man, what the fuck does this have to do with my voice? Anyways, as I was saying, I was uncomfortable with my old voice. This one fits me much better, I feel. Today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Raise an objection. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss Maya Fey's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court, motherfucker. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off, and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. White Red. Man, you got a stupid name. Just get over here. Please state your full name. So you wish to know the title of my personage? Bling bling, motherfucker. Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Locutions? Whatever I just said? Name! These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mayfair? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. Oh boy. You were at the Gatewater Hotel that night of the murder. Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Why, tell you what you already know. Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Ho ho ho. Sparkle, I hope you have made your peace with Mr. God. I hope you have made your peace with Mr. God, Mr. Lawyer. Ha ha. Audible gasp. Let him have it, Phoenix. Let's see, it was about 9, I believe. I was quite pursuifying, that's reading. I was quietly pursuifying, that's reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man, attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss Mayfair over at once. She too was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. I don't even know if half of that was real words. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. My cross-examination. Let's see, it was about 9, I believe. Perusifying, that's what he meant. Alright. Papers by the window. I want to press you about that, because I wouldn't have seen you at the window. I don't know. Then I heard the bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. Let me check my evidence here. I gotta see something. Somebody said something. The victim is she was caught and struck. Okay. Thinker. I don't know if I got enough yet. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. It was a terrible impaction, then it was all over. Okay, now let me look at something for a minute here. Now I'm talking like him, alright. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. Oh, that's a contradiction right there. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? Sparkle? As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. The victim ran to the left and you gave chase. Yeah, but now I have the evidence to prove that you ran to the right. Erection. Wait right there, Mr. White. You've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran to the right. Ooh. Oh ho ho! It is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claimed she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Ooh, very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Both are right. Yes, because they would be standing... Yep, because the victim, right, was against the window. So that means White was standing opposite of her. And that means the person in the window, Miss May, was standing the same direction as the victim. So what she thought was left, and what he thought was left, are different things. That's right, so both are right. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Ha! I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Order. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Motherfucker, that's bullshit. Where was he watching it then? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. Order. Order in the court. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. Right here, motherfucker. Oh, is that what I press triangle? Press X. This is where he was. Look. When the victim ran for the door, he was watching from this point. To him, it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order. Order in the court. Order. I will have order. I will have... I will have supreme order of this courtroom. I am judge. That's my full name, first and last, Judge. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho ho ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. You bet your buttons. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. Hold on, let me look at my evidence. From a blow by a blunt object to the head. You hit her 2 times is not true. Next, with the last of restraints, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Present the autopsy report. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. Whew. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. In the dick. Mr. White, wasn't it you who also told this court you were absolutely correct? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quiet. The witness is confused because he's lying, by buttons. I empathetically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Not for a hooligan like this. Yeah, we want justice. Yeah, don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony, the crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White? Oh, okay. The 2 accounts. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Thwap indeed. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over, pussy. Oh my. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard the thing fall. The other window, okay. Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. She turned and ran for the door. And you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. See, I looked at the other one. Can I press him on this one? You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that. The glass light stained. Right. The one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix. Doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yes, very odd. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press this hooligan further. Find out the true depths of these shenanigans. Mr. White? Huh? What? You're saying you saw that glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. I need to take a sip before we do A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Oh boy. Lying on the floor, huh? Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia paper to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. Alright, let me see this. How could he have not? Yeah, right? I gotta present this. Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the light stand. What? The stand broke into pieces when it fell. Oof. Just by seeing the broken pieces, it's very important because it's in red, you would have no idea it was a light stand. So tell me exactly when was it that you saw the stand? Answer the question. Isn't it obvious? I saw the stand before it fell over. So you saw the stand before the victim was attacked then? Correct. That would be no problemo, right? Big problemo. There's a big problemo. Problem here. What problem is this? Mr. White, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the glass light stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred. Correct, that is so. It's conclusive, definitive, undeniable, unimpeachable. No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand. What? Why couldn't he? You have proof? I sure do, Your Honor. A person in the hotel could not have seen the stand before it fell over. Let me check these. Oh yeah, because it was right in the corner, so it was impossible. Look at this. There's a floor plan to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window of that office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell, and the only place that you could have seen it fall from is inside the Fey law offices, for fuck's sake. In other words, you were at the scene when the crime and the murder took place. Yes. Mr. White? Mr. White? You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia, looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix, right? What? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come for you to pick your head up and stop being a bitch. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? Huh? What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed that wiretap. The wiretap? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Faye's office. Am I correct? Correct. You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break! Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Faye & Co. law offices. That is when I saw the accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. This punk-ass motherfucker has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was absolutely only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand. At the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. White would like you to believe that Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to the office well before the murder took place, when he went to place the wiretap. He could have seen the glass light stand then. So this punk-ass motherfucker's theory is revealed for the basis of conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Sparkle? Leave it to me. I feel faint. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Faye & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Deliberations. Careful deliberations. Taking place right now. Definitely not napping. So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over. By the sound. Sparkle? Correct. That is right. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. The wiretapping. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Of course, I had not done so to place the wiretap. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough so that I can bluff something out of him. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Faye & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. So this glass light stand. Let me see. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. I had entered the Faye & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw the glass light stand. Let me see some. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Still don't really believe that. Let me see. Why did you notice something as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it, there's nothing for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Let me see what I have for evidence. Wait a minute. The date was September. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Let me just try to present this. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh, really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. For fuck's sake. Whoops, that didn't go so well. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Cola offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. Ah, damn it, I did it again. Well, I'm screwing this part up royally, huh? Of course, I had done something, please. Okay. Let me see. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check of those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course I had done so to place the wiretap. Uh-oh, don't tell me I've run out of ammo. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix. Yes, I'm Phoenix. Phoenix over here. I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. What the fuck? I'm tripping balls now. I probably shouldn't be in court. Mamma mia. Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Gah. Hey, Phoenix. There is no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're... Maya? Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia. That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But... You know what? As long as my name says Mia, just read it in this voice. You've already won. Huh? You have the receipt in the court record, right? Oh yeah, the one you wrote my on. Phoenix! White wrote that, not me. So, what do I do with it?